Mhm. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Easy.
All right, all right, all right. Let's go to work. Go to work. Let's get the music going. Let me see what we got. Hey, 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 let's get the music going. Y'all know my song for the night. Hey, what's up, Teresa? Oh, thank you, Tracy. Appreciate you. Y'all got my music. I know on YouTube they can't hear it. All right, y'all. We'll get busy in a minute. Oh, thank you so much, Lucy. I appreciate you. All right, all right, all right. We're about to get busy, y'all. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you so much. Hold on a minute. Okay. I know y'all couldn't hear me. I had my music on. Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me on I know y'all can't hear my groove on YouTube. But can y'all hear me now? Teresa, can you hear me on I know Instagram and TikTok, can y'all hear me? Good, good. Instagram can hear me. Let's see. Okay, you can hear me. Good, 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 good. Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I am the doctor, aka Coach Ken, aka the professor. I don't know. I gave myself all of these names, so Um, but tonight we are going to get busy. Got something good. All right. So tonight's gonna be. I want y'all to share now. This, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be like in church. You know, how they got the shout messages where you shouting. Lately, I haven't been doing a whole bunch of shouting messages. I've been doing messages that really change people's lives if you get a hold of it. So tonight's topic is called "How do you know the number one way I know a relationship will last?" The number one way I know a relationship will last. All right. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. How do we know the relationship will last? And um, truthfully, a lot of people in dating. I was talking to two of my clients today, and I was explaining to them, because one of my clients said she got triggered, got upset by something that a guy said to her on a date. And so when she told me she got upset about what the guy said to her on the date, I said to her, I said, why did you get upset? Why did you get upset about it? And I made her, I said, no, 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 no. I'm not going to let you get, I'm not going to let you off the hook. Why did you get upset? And so what I made her do was I made her go deep inside herself to think about why it is she got upset. Because what he said, when I heard it, I didn't get upset. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten upset, but she got upset. And so when we went deeper, she said, I got upset, the mood changed, my energy changed, everything changed. And then she said, my communication changed. And then she said, I let him walk away. And I said, what? I said, was he a good guy? She was like, yeah, he was a pretty good guy. And she's like, and I said, why did you let him walk away? And then we went deep. We began to go deep and deep inside of her subconscious mind. Like I'm going to go deep tonight in some of your subconscious minds. And what I realized was it wasn't what he said that triggered her. Well, okay, it wasn't what he said that made her mad. It's what she made reference to about what he said. So what he said reminded her of something in her past, right? And instead of communicating that, she just let it ride. Now, she said, I felt like he was a good guy looking back, okay? And so what I want to do tonight is we're going to go over how I know a relationship will last. But before I do that, I'd like to know where you're calling in from, where you're checking in from, and your name, because I have to recognize you. I have to recognize you because you could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, the doctor, tonight. If you're on TikTok, y'all know I need some likes. All right, I need to get up some likes. I don't know what's up with TikTok. I don't care because y'all are here. That's all that matters. All right, we got somebody. Loretta, I don't know where she's from. Flint, Michigan, in the building. Tori from Houston. Texas, Indy, in the building. Yorktown, Virginia, in the building. We got my girl Teresa, as always, from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Amsterdam, in the building. We got Tina from Vegas. Takita from Atlanta, Monique from Columbus, Ohio, Arlington, Texas in the building, Loretta from Texas in the building. We got Martha from North Kakalaki. We got I said Nikki Nikiti from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Hattiesburg. Jessica from Birmingham. We've got Phoenix. We got Kimberly Henderson from Phoenix in the building. Shreveport, Louisiana in the building. Yes, we thank y'all so much for joining me. Listen, you can be anywhere. We got Christine from Macon, Georgia. And so, all right, y'all, thank y'all for joining me tonight. Listen, if you would, share this because tonight I'm going to help some people. I was thinking today, y'all, and I'm going to be honest. So I am expanding my business. We're growing. I'm getting other coaches involved. And I was looking at a particular coach today. And this coach, he's not really a coach. He talks about relationships. And he's got a whole bunch of followers. Right? And they do shows around. And I was like, and I thought to myself, I was like, yeah, I want to start doing shows and all of that. And then I had to catch myself. And I had to catch myself, y'all, like many of us. And I'm always transparent. And I said I had to catch myself because I realized something. His journey is not my journey. Your journey is not someone else's journey. You see, we look at people outside ourselves. We look at other relationships. We look at other people and we determine how our lives should be based on something we see. Oh, they're doing that. They're in this space. They got all these followers. I should be doing that. No, I shouldn't. That's not my. And I had to catch myself and I said, Coach, I'm talking to myself. I said, Coach Ken, that's not your calling. Your calling is to do it differently. Your calling is to do it differently. Your calling is to get people to reconcile relationships through communication. Your calling is not to talk about ratchet shit in it. That's not your calling. You know what? And I'm not knocking them for what they're doing, but I have to remind myself. I have to remind myself that the journey that I'm on is different than someone else's journey. Your journey It's different. The way you're going to meet the person in your life is going to be different. The way, listen, y'all, you cannot look at I always tell people, it's okay to model somebody else's, the way they do it. It's not okay to mimic them though. We can model it, but we can't mimic it. And so mimic is when I want to be like them. I can model it and take things from it and make it my own. Yes, I can do that. But I can't mimic somebody else. I can't be that person. You can't be somebody like that. And what you have to do is you have to be okay where you are. So I say that because there are some of you, and okay, y'all, in my relationship academy, the other day we meet on Sundays. I do like a round table, Coach Ken's round table, where I just answer questions. Just raw, we get raw, we do whatever we have to do. And I just answer questions. So it's a real raw environment, but it's fun though. It's super fun. And the other day, I was talking to them about their goals, but I was talking about it from this perspective. This year in my academy, last year, a lot of people achieved things. They got in relationships, even got married. But this year, I am going to get everybody inside of my academy to begin dreaming bigger than themselves. I'm going to get them to dream so much it scares them. See, the truth is, y'all, the truth is there is so much that God has put inside each of us. So many things that we can have, but we've allowed fear. We've allowed fear, and we've allowed our past. We've allowed apprehension. We've allowed other people to dictate our future. No longer. Not in my presence. Not if you're in my ecosystem. That won't happen. And so tonight, I just wanted to give y'all that as a form of encouragement, because as a coach, y'all, I'm a very motivating guy. I am. I'm influential. I've got a lot of people that I've helped, a ton of people. But you know what? Even me, I am faced with things from time to time where I have to remind myself of who I am, and whose I am, who I am, and then what I was created to do, and so that's what I'm gonna do. So tonight, I said all that to say these messages that I'm giving nowadays, they ain't the hip hop array messages. They ain't the kind of messages that's going to make you be mad at somebody else. They're the kind of messages that are going to make you look at yourself too. All right. So tonight, the number one way that I know that a relationship will last. Okay. So I go back to my example, and then I'm going to give you that way. And then I'm going to bring it all together. I go back to the client today. And it was actually yesterday. And she told me she got triggered when someone said something when she was dating a person. And so she went through what the person said. And when I heard it, it didn't immediately trigger me and say, okay, that's a reason to be upset. So I always want to go deeper and say, well, why did it make you upset? And so, y'all, we always have to challenge. Here, listen to me closely. The one thing you have to do, man or woman, when a thought arises in you, when a feeling arises, what you have to be willing to do is ask yourself, where did this thought come from? What is this thought? Why is this thought causing me to feel what I'm feeling? Now, what you're really doing is you're asking your subconscious mind this question. And so when I tell people, I said, I want you to ask yourself. Now, the answer is not going to come to you right away sometimes, because our subconscious programming, our subconscious mind, it is, think of it like a computer. And I've said this before, it's the deep part of us. It's where our thoughts are. It's where our images are of our world. It is where our belief system is. It is where our emotions reside. And so when you, oh, thank you so much. R.C. Blakes is my guy. That's my guy. We spoke together on a stage recently. Heck of a guy. I love R.C. Blakes. But anyway, so what I will tell you is this. Is your subconscious mind, there is a part of you, there are things in your subconscious that you are not aware of. Okay? You're not aware of it. And so when you begin asking the question, all of a sudden you're going to tap into a part of you that says, if you earnestly ask it, why am I getting upset? What is it about that statement that makes me feel what I'm feeling? Either anger, resentment, frustration. What is it? And so I got her to do it. At first, she didn't want to do it. She was like, it just made me mad. I said, well, no. Nothing just happens to any of us. There is a cause and effect. And so as we went deeper into it, what I found out is that she had a belief about herself taking over in a relationship, about her taking over or being, and she wanted to allow men to lead, where many times she would take the lead. And she felt like that has not served her well. And I was glad we went deep, because she wants to be better. She wants to grow. And then when she realized it, she was like, wow, that is the reason why the statement made me angry. It wasn't him, it was in me. How many times are the things in us keeping us from growing, y'all? And what we do many times, we blame other people. What we do many times is it's easier to project onto someone else. A lot of women project onto men. Well, it's because he did this or he did that. And the truth is, you have to look at yourself. What did you do? Just like men. I tell them, well, women, sheep for the streets. Okay, well, my question is, why are you attracting women like that? If all of a sudden you keep attracting women like that, there is something in you that has a need for that kind of woman. And then I got a brother I'm coaching right now. He was like, no, coach, no. And then when he thought about it, he was like, wow. The truth is, when he thought about it, what he said was, wow, for me, getting validation from that kind of woman makes me feel good about me. And I said, you see how this works? And so what we're going to do, y'all, what we're going to do is we're going to go deep tonight. But we ain't gonna take forever. I think my TikTok is frozen. Hold on. Is my TikTok frozen? It looks like it is. I don't know how that happened. Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. The number one way that you know that a relationship will work. Does anybody have a clue? Does anybody have a clue? Oh, hold on for a minute. Let me bring my TikTok just stopped working for some reason. Let me do this, y'all. I want to make sure that they come back, because I want to make sure they come back. So anyway, it just you know how technology is, y'all. It just froze. All right, let's see if we can do that. All right. Oh, okay, it's coming back on. All right. So what do y'all think the number one way? How do I know? I ain't gonna even hold you in suspense. I'm not even gonna hold you in suspense. The number one way that I know a relationship will last or not how they communicate. Teresa, that's good. Good guess. Okay, but communication is in it. But it's all right. Somebody says you got peace with the person. All right, anybody else? That's good, but not quite it. Not quite how I know that the relationship is going to last. Out of all the thousands of people that I've coached, there is one surefire way that I know that the relationship is going to last. All right. And here it is. Somebody says trust. No, because the truth is trust is good. But you might trust the person, but you might can't talk to the person. You might trust them. Somebody says listen to each other. Somebody says sex. Somebody says direct honesty. Be friends first. All of those are fantastic answers. Someone says give 100% to each other. All of those are fantastic answers. But all of them are not right. All right. Communication, great answer. All right. Be friends first. Awesome answer. Somebody just said it. Patrice Bridges said it. She says problem resolution, but it's conflict resolution. How you solve conflict will let me know how long the relationship will last. And you say, Coach, for real? And I say, yes. Here's why. Because every relationship is going to have conflict. Once you get past the honeymoon stage, once you get past the stage where y'all done did it a million times, you done did it in the car, you done did it everywhere else, you done did it over your mama house, and all of those things, when all the honeymoon stuff goes away, you're going to be left with, at some point, you're going to have conflict in that relationship. You're going to have conflict in your friendship. You're going to have conflict with your mama. You're going to have conflict with your father. You're going to have conflict with your friends. And you're going to have conflict with your spouse and in romantic relationships. And how you navigate conflict will tell me the degree of whether the relationship will last. Here's what I mean. How many of you that are on these calls tonight, and I was coaching some people last week in class, 40 of them, and I was telling them this. How many of you have allowed relationships to diminish, to walk away because you didn't want to deal with conflict? How many of you, because you didn't know how to communicate with the person, you didn't know how to handle the conflict in a way, and you didn't communicate, and you just said, 2 tears in a bucket, fuck it, let it go. How many of you have done that? And how many of you have siblings right now? Y'all don't speak. You don't speak because of conflict. Ooh-wee. Now. Oh, Diva Trouble says, I don't know what to say or how to say it. Diva, stay on this call. I'm going to teach you what to say. This is where I'm going. Okay. And so, y'all, conflict is inevitable. Now, watch this, y'all. I always say to people, disagreements are inevitable, but arguments are optional. So me and my wife, we have disagreements, but we rarely argue now. Now, there was a time when we argued so much that we were headed for a divorce court. But see, now we rarely argue. Now, we disagree. There are things that she might not like that I do, things that I don't like. We do things differently sometimes. She swears I'm just so aggressive with everything. Not like I want to get, all right, if something needs to be done, let's do it today. What we waiting on. And so, but see, Yvette, you said we must agree to disagree. Not always. Not always. See, a lot of times people agree to disagree, but they don't ever resolve the conflict. And so what happens, it simmers below the surface. And then, even if we are cordial about our disagreement, we don't go into, because we don't know the techniques, the strategy of actually how to solve this disagreement. So what we're left with is, I agree to disagree with you. Okay? And then what that does many times is that leads to resentment. That leads to frustration. That leads to withdrawal of the relationship. And so I've been harping on this communication thing for a minute now, because I've been teaching people how to communicate better. And it's been helping people get married. It's been saving relationships. It's been helping people date. Because at the core of everything, at the core of conflict resolution, is the ability to deliver and receive messages that help you navigate the relationship with someone else. At the core of everything, y'all think about this. There are people who go into road rage every day around this country. Road rage. And because they're communicating in a certain energy, in a certain way, it many times will lead to someone's death. It will lead to someone getting killed because they don't know how to be emotionally intelligent, one, and then how to communicate, two, in an effective way. And what do I mean by communicating in an effective way? Communicating in an effective way means it's non-offensive, it's non-aggressive, and it's non-combative. And so, as I'm teaching people, it does not mean that we have to agree, though. It does mean we have to communicate, though. And so, some people don't want to. Some people don't want to. Some people blame it on everybody else. Oh, he's the one. He did this, and he did that, and he, and he, and he, and he, and he. And what you do when you say he is you want to absolve yourself of responsibility. So you want to absolve yourself of learning how to be a better communicator. So it's easy to say he. And the same with men. She don't respect me. She don't listen. She got masculine energy. And I say, well, one of the guys I'm coaching, I said, well, have you communicated all this? No, I just shut down. I just say, forget about it. And I said, because you don't know how to communicate, now you're punishing her. And y'all, all of this happens every single day in relationships. Every single day, because people don't know how to and what they don't. And because people don't want to level up, because it's easy to blame someone else, it's easy for women to blame men and say, oh, men ain't shit. Men ain't. Every man is not like that. There are some good men out there. Just like there's some good women out there, y'all. There are good people out there. There are good people out there. The problem is you don't know how to get to know them because you don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to ask the questions to go beneath the surface. You've never been taught that, and you don't think it's that important to do until you meet Coach Ken. You're right, Samantha, it takes two to tango, but you have to be true to yourself. I always say, and what's happening in these relationships that I'm helping, you will attract who you are. If you believe that it takes two to tango, instead of looking at thyself and say, I'm going to be better, and then I'm going to attract someone else who's better. It's amazing how that works. It is amazing how that works. And so what I'm simply saying to y'all is, listen, y'all, is instead of us trying to find someone, looking for someone, what we do is we become the person that we want to attract. It is amazing how that works. Whether you believe in attraction or manifestation does not matter. In my academy, my relationship academy, y'all, it's growing, and I thank y'all because many of the people on this call are in my academy. It's growing, and in January, early part of the year, I'm going to teach a series on manifestation. I am going to show people how to manifest what they want. But it all starts with you saying, you know what? I'm willing to self-reflect on me. I'm willing to. You see, there's a thing I teach. It's called the self-profile. So I want you to listen to what it is. The self-profile goes a little bit like this. First thing is I tell people you have to be willing to self-reflect. Then when you self-reflect, you become self-aware. Once you become self-aware, you create a self-concept. And then once you have the self-concept, all of a sudden you become self-disciplined. All right. And then when you start to become self-disciplined, you begin to accept who you are, self-acceptance, which leads you to self-love. Listen, y'all. And so what happens is The most important relationship that you will ever have is the relationship that you have with yourself. It is. And when you decide, let me know me, I want to know me. I want to know who I am. I want to know why I do what I want to, why I do what I do. Why I want to understand why I'm not emotionally intelligent. I want to understand me. Before you can understand someone else, the reason why some of your relationships are not working is because you don't understand you. You don't know you. You don't know why. You have never reflected on what triggers you and why. You've never become self-aware of your emotions and how they affect the people around you. You've never looked at your self-concept and understand how self-esteem and self-worth plays in it. And so you've never decided that, you know what, I'm going to be self-disciplined in an area of my life, and I'm going to learn how to be better. And then you never said, I'm going to accept me, the good, the bad, the ugly, no matter what it is. And then that will lead to me loving myself, which will attract someone else to love me. It's amazing how that works, y'all. It is amazing how this works. And I tell you this because this year, I'm getting people out of bond. I'm transforming lives. I've been doing it a long time, but I am especially committed this year with the Relationship Academy that we got and people in it that they are literally changing. It's changing people's lives, and we only been in it 3 weeks, y'all. I can't imagine a year from now with everybody what they're gonna. I always tell people you got to be with me for a whole. You need to be with me for a whole year. I will change your life. Because can I tell y'all something? I'm gonna give y'all a moment of confession. See, I'm really not a relationship coach. I'm really not a relationship coach. I'm really a personal development coach, right? Who happens to focus on relationships. Because I realize this, the relationship, a lot of people want relationships. So that's my marketing hook. I can help you get in a relationship. But when you get into my class, and I told my class this Sunday, we had our roundtable, I said, but if I tell you, if I make you better, if you get better, you'll attract the relationship you want. But that right there doesn't have any marketing juice. So the relationship has the marketing juice. But when you get in, I help you become better. And then when you get better, you will attract all of these things, not just the relationship, more money, more opportunities, everything. Ain't that right, Teresa? Ain't that right? And so, oh boy, what's good? I didn't see you over there. But see, here's the thing. If I market personal development, a lot of people don't want to hear that. So what I do, I market relationships. And so, but I know once you get in, I'm a person to develop you. And then I know you're going to attract the relationship you want. You know why? Because you're going to become a different person. Why? I know you're going to become a different person. And I also know when you become a different person, your emotional vibration will go up. And then you begin attracting different things in your life. It happens all the time. I know it. It happens all the time. But I can't say that. You know why? Because it don't work for marketing. So I had to confess with you tonight. I'm just being honest. But that's how people said. Teresa's one of my students. Teresa says, my sister said she sees something in me different already. Wow, Teresa, she's in my academy, y'all. That is amazing. Teresa, this is just the beginning. It is just the beginning. And I told you that. Trust the process. Thank you so much for saying that. All right. And so this is how we're going to start. This is how we're going to start, y'all. What I'm going to do is this. Somebody says exactly what we need is personal development. Yes, it's self-development. Absolutely. All right, y'all. So what in conflict, I'm going to wrap it up with this. The number one way I know that a relationship will last is how we navigate conflict. That is the number one way. Not how much you love a person, not how much you have in common, not any of that. Not any love language, all of that. Not good, how good the sex is, none of that. All of those things are like icing on the cake. But the number one way is when conflict arises. When conflict arises, Yeah, Beverly, you can still join the group. It's probably good that you join it now while we're small, while we're growing, because I'm doing a lot of personal attention stuff. So yeah, do it. Start now, because we only have like 40 or 50 people in there now. But by this time next year, we're gonna have 1,500, 2,000. But anyway, um, so how you navigate conflict, how you navigate conflict will determine whether the relationship will last or not. And the main component, listen to me closely, the main component of navigating conflict is communication. Is number one, knowing how to communicate. When did you join, Sheila? Did you get the link? You joined the Relationship Academy? Somebody just say, okay. Email me at coachkencanion at gmail, please. All right, so I want to tell y'all this. All right, I'm going to give y'all the link to join the Relationship Academy. For those of you who want to join it, I'm going to give you the link. Let me find this link right now. And I'm going to leave y'all with this because I got to tell you something. I'm going to give you the link. For those of y'all on YouTube, I'm going to give y'all the link. Oh, okay. All right. So let me give y'all a link. Hold on. Let me do that because people are requesting that. And I want to make sure that y'all get in because people, I'm for real about helping people. I'm straight up. Here it is right here. Boom. All right. So, all right. I'm going to put it in YouTube. I'm going to put it in, not YouTube, over here in YouTube. I'm putting the link to join the Academy over here. It's so much in the Academy. We meet Wednesdays. We have a guest coach come in on Friday. Sundays we do Coach Ken's Roundtable. It is simply amazing. So if you are on TikTok or if you're on TikTok, what I want you to do, if you're on Instagram, what I want you to do is inbox me. Inbox me if you're on TikTok or Instagram. Inbox me, send me a private message. And I will send you the link to join the Academy. Okay. And I'll send you a link to join it. And we meet 3 or 4 times a week. It is blowing up, y'all. It's like it's a group and we're just so tight. These people are growing already. And then you get me, and then you get all of the classes that I taught. You get all of that for once you get in for free. It's amazing. All right. Just inbox me if you're interested in that. But here's the last thing. Yeah, there is a fee for it, a monthly fee to join it, to join the Academy. Yes, just look at the link and it'll tell you what it is. But it's for people who want to invest in themselves. It ain't that much. It's not that much, but you'll see. All right, so I want to leave y'all with this right here. At the core of conflict, there is one thing, communication. And so many times people don't want to know. You don't know what to say. You don't know how to say it. You just don't know, y'all. And so many people, so it's been my message to teach people how to do it, to communicate. So let me tell you what I did, y'all. Let me tell you what I did. I created this thing called the Pocket Communication Coach. And as I told y'all yesterday, 7 months ago, I had this idea. AI was becoming big. AI was becoming huge. And I said, what if I could use AI? What if I could use AI to help people communicate better? Okay. So I hired a developer, and the developer created the AI just the way I would tell you to communicate. If you wanted to say something to your partner and your partner had offended you, but you didn't know how to say it, all you got to do is type it in and it's going to tell you exactly what to say. Exactly what to say. And so when I created this AI, y'all, it was simply amazing. I created it, y'all, and now we're going to get ready to launch it. And y'all, it is going to be so crazy that It's going to help restore relationships with family members. It's going to help you restore a relationship with your significant other, because many of us don't know how to say. Now, what if you could communicate like a coach? If you came to me and said, Coach Ken, how do I say I'm sorry? Well, my AI has been programmed to communicate like me. And it's like, just say this. It's called the Pocket Communication Coach. Just say this. So you type it in, and all you got to do is going to tell you exactly what to say. Y'all, it will be out. So my group, if you're in the Relationship Academy, you get to use it first. But it'll be out for the rest of the public. So what I want y'all to do is go join the waiting list so you can get access to it right away. Go to pocketcommunicationcoach.com/waitlist. pocketcommunicationcoach.com/waitlist. Somebody write that down on all the platforms. Write that down so people can see it. I'll write it down here on YouTube and Facebook. Pocket Communication Coach //waitlist. A lot of people joined it yesterday. I want you to go join it. And the reason why is this. Because look, y'all, how long can you go on? How long can you go on allowing your relationships to just diminish? How long? How long can you go on not speaking to that cousin that you once loved? And you still love them, but you won't let your pride won't let you do it. I need you to join me. Listen, if you want to join my Relationship Academy, the Pocket Communication Coach, I want you to email me. If you got a question, I can send you the link, y'all. I'm going to put it in my link tree tonight. But email me at coachkencanion@gmail.com. That's Coach Kencanion, CANION @gmail. If you got any questions about the Relationship Academy, I can send you the link. CoachKenCanyon@gmail.com. Y'all, this year is time to level up. This year is time to be better. And you know, there's a Buddhist proverb that says this: when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I'm not everybody's coach, but I'm some of y'all's coach. But you know what? You have to decide, be it man or woman. I coach men too. I want men to come too. Oh, that men would come. Yo, because there are the young boys looking at these men Yo, my thing is, I want my grandkids to look at me, and they do. And they say, we love you, and we want, my children, my two girls say, we want our husbands to be like you. Now, they can't be like me, but that's a great compliment. You know what? And so I live by saying, listen, I am going to be honorable. I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be that guy. So I always tell my wife, if somebody DM me, because they still do, because I'm still smooth now, even though I need a cut and I'm getting that in the morning. I'm going to show it to my wife. You know why? Because that's what I'm all about. Listen, y'all, I'm about to go before I start rambling. And then for my operations director be like, would you please get off? Because he'll send me a text and say, would you please get off now? But I'm off, y'all. Go email me at coachkencanion@gmail. If you're interested, if you can't see the link for the Pocket Communication Coach /waitlist, or if you want to join the Relationship Academy, and y'all, if you want to turn your life around right now, be it man or woman, I coach men. I'm not about dividing people. I'm not that dude who's saying men ain't shit, women ain't shit. I'm not him. I'm about putting relationships together and keeping them together. And if that's what you about, email me. All right, y'all. That's my time. I'm out. Peace.